Where is the recording
Hello,
button?
welcome to Wakeelite Book Club exclusive spotlight today. Patricia Gable and Wendy Tarasoff.
Okay.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Wakeelite Book Club virtual author spotlight. We are excited to have you all joining us today. Today, we are honored to host author Patricia Gable and Wendy Tarasoff. We were able to host author Patricia Gable, who will be talking with us about her inspiring novel, The Right Choice. This story follows Christopher, a talented young basketball player whose life suddenly changes while Annie and her little brother Willie face the possibility of losing their home. The book explores family, friendship, resilience, and how the choices we make shape our lives. Please feel
Wow.
free to drop your questions in the chat during the session. We will get to as many as possible during our reader question and answer. Patricia,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us today. We are excited
Thank you.
hear more about your writing journey and this wonderful story. So, in 2 to 3 minutes, please kindly give a short introduction about your author's journey and how readers can benefit from this. You have just a few minutes. Thank you very much. Let's hear from you.
Okay.
What it was.
Um, the reason I wrote
Yeah,
these books is after 26 years of teaching, I gradually noticed that the children were being more disrespectful and uh, wouldn't challenge any problems that they had. And it was disturbing to me. And finally, I just retired from that and I started writing. And my method in writing these is for the children, middle grade, um, trying to solve their own problems. And along the way, they become friends to people and help um, each other. And that's my motive of writing is I want the children to be the focus and I want them to be um, the way we used to be. Um, so that's my motto right there.
Thank you so much, Patricia, for sharing.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So admiring to hear from you. We have some little questions to ask from you. When did you start publishing? I mean, when did you start the writings journey, and when you started publishing on Amazon? Can you give a short story about this?
Yes, I started in 2006. I started writing, um, and I started with short stories with the same um, idea um, for it to be a positive read. So that was in 2010. I believe then I graduated into um, after short stories. It was the publishing the book, and the first book was called The Right Address, and that was in 2021. So for a long time, I just did short stories, and then I moved up to doing books because I wanted them to be in the library. I wanted teachers and parents to read to them and not be embarrassed by anything that's in the book. And a lot of things are these days. So My goal is to be back like it used to be, maybe back in the 50s or 60s, where there was more politeness and helpfulness, um, and better quality for everyone.
Thank you very much, Patricia Gable. My other question is, were you able to go into this publishing by yourself, or you have been connected with any publishing houses? I mean, are you publishing your books, handling the designing roles, marketing roles, publishing roles, and the global distribution? Are you handling all this yourself, or you have an hired expert or connected with a publishing house?
Actually, for the first three books, I self-published uh, through a lady that I had met, that does this for every for a lot of people, and it was a lot cheaper. And I was a novice, really, and but they worked me through that first, especially the first book, and all the questions that were, you had to answer and so forth. So I did that for the first three books, and then I transferred into a publishing company, and they redid the covers, and they went through some line editing to make sure everything was good. So I'm with a publisher now. I
Wow,
started out,
that,
from the beginning.
that's really great. That's really great. So incredible. So, what if Wakeelite Publishing is here to support your author's journey by helping you in publishing and handling some marketing strategy that's going to contribute to your book publishing growth? Will you be open to that?
I'd have to think about it. Yes,
Okay,
and find more about it. Yes.
no problem. We are going to give more uh, proposal to this after the spotlight. So, other question we are having now, so our readers can also benefit from this, is when are you publishing other books? I mean, do you have any books to be published sooner?
Yes, there's a new one called "No One Can See Me,"
No
and
one,
it should be out in the.
no one can see me.
Mhm.
Please, can you type it into the chat box so readers can see the title?
The title.
Yes, yes.
I didn't hear what you said.
I mean, can you type the title of the book coming up sooner? Can you type it in the chat box so readers can check through?
I don't know where
So
that is here.
if you don't know how to do that, you can proceed with your introduction.
Okay.
Proceed. Yes.
Yeah, it's just called "No One Can See Me." It's about a sad little girl whose mother is in the hospital, whose father is in the army, and she's very quiet and doesn't really have any friends. And they find out midway through the book that she has a lot of artistic talent, and the children are starting to uh, look at her abilities, and yet they still tease her. So one day, one of the main people that tease everyone all the time, she fell down. She was all alone and she couldn't get back up. And this little girl saw her and ran over and helped her get back to her house and bandaged up and everything. And all of a sudden, that girl, the bad girl, saw the light and said, "You're a good person." And so she started telling everyone what this little girl, her name was Claire, and they realized that she was a good person. They were just ignoring her. So it's a good book.
Wow, that's really nice, and I can't wait to witness the launching of the book. And I believe readers as well will be open to featuring more, to having this book in their list sooner. Appreciate, Patricia. Appreciate.
Mhm.
So, next question about the book. This is specializing to the book on its own. The book deals with family challenges and difficult decisions. What message do you hope readers take away from this story? Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear my question clearly?
Um,
The, the,
you're
the book deals with family challenges and difficult decisions. What message do you hope readers take away from this story?
no,
Hello? Can you hear me? Patricia?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay, now proceed.
Yes.
Can you hear my question very well?
Um, Tell me again what the
I
question was.
says the book deals with family challenges and difficult
Right.
decisions. What message do you hope readers take away from this story?
I think for the children, mostly for the main character, she realizes that she's a good person, and she had always been quiet and afraid to join in. And now um, she's learning that she's a good person and that she has talent and she wants to share it. And other children are learning that they want to share her talent too. So they all become friends.
Oh, wow. Wow, that's really great. That's nice. So, do you have more to say to this, or we can proceed with our next question?
You can go on.
Thank you very much. Readers are appreciating. Thank you very much. Thank you. How long did it take you to write the book? And what was the most challenging part of the writing process? I believe you understand this question. How long
Yes.
it takes you to write
How
the book?
long?
And what was the most challenging part of the writing process?
Luckily, I'm not working out of the house now, so I can sit down and write um, a lot. And when I'm motivated, then I just keep going. So I would guess, I actually it takes the publishing part longer than what I longer than what it takes for me to write it. So I have a mentor in Canada who I send her a chapter every day. And so that motivates me because somebody looks at it right away. she's just a friend, and but she looks at it and tells me what she thinks, and then I move on. So that's been a good, and I think it depends on the length of time to write the book. It depends on your availability to write. If you have another job and you just write it in the evening or whatever, it's harder. But just depends on the person, the author.
Oh wow, that's really great. So I really appreciate that. Such an amazing storyline. Such an amazing storyline. It's very incredible. So now let's have a little conversation with Wendy, because I believe readers may have some questions to ask from Patricia. But let's converse with Wendy. Author Wendy, are we connected together?
Hello?
Yes, Wendy, are we connected?
Yeah, we're connected.
Yes, thank you very much.
Well, the first thing I wanted to do is share a quote from
Yes,
Albert Einstein.
yes, yes.
And I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yes, you are just
Logic
active.
is what you get from point A to point B. Imagination will take you everywhere else.
Hello, Wendy.
So, Patricia,
Oh,
have you found the publishing with an actual publisher to be faster than doing the self-publishing route?
I think it's not faster.
Okay.
They want to do
Actually
a lot
slower?
more
Yeah.
because the publisher that I'm working with now wanted to get the international registration, which I only have the United States registration. There were a lot of things that they wanted to add to my book, so it's taken longer.
Thank
I
you.
expected it to be done in January, and it still isn't done yet. I mean, I've
Wow.
completed the whole
So
manuscript,
it's
but
the pipeline of when they can get the book through
right.
basically and any
Mhm.
edit
Hello, Wendy.
and
Hello.
update, you know,
Right.
yeah.
So I've learned a lot since then.
hmm Like I've been testing the writing in different things. I've
Hello.
written a book series called Freddie the Talking
Hello,
Mouse.
Wendy.
It's
Hello.
3 stories in each book, and the stories follow each other through.
Hello.
So then I started to write the 10th story, and it turned into a novel.
Oh, wow.
And so, that
Hello.
is still under development. It's
Okay,
164
please hold
pages.
on.
Yep.
Hello, thank you very much for your feedback.
Yep.
I think it's such a communication with Patricia and Wendy. So now readers are having some questions to ask from Patricia. I think you can move on to that. Readers are having questions regarding the book featuring today.
Can you hear me?
Patricia, hello. So hello, Patricia.
Yes,
Let's welcome feedback. Let's welcome some questions.
I'm here.
I say let's welcome some questions from readers about your book. I think we can move on to that. Can we move on to that?
It's it's cutting out,
Thank you.
just like Wendy said.
Thank you very much. I say, can we move on to the questions? Readers are having questions to ask from you about the book.
Okay.
So let's move on to the questions. Is there any readers at home that have questions to ask from Patricia. Let's see if there is any questions coming in. Okay, if you have your question, kindly type your question in the in the chat box. Kindly drop your kindly drop your question. Okay.
What advice?
The first question is coming from Richard. What advice do you give young people who face difficult decisions like the characters in the book?
Can you put that up on the screen again, the question?
What
I
advice
saw part of it.
what advice would you give young people who face difficult decisions in like the characters in the book? What advice can you give?
Hmm. Well, that's a good question.
Wow.
Um, read the book. That would be one thing. I think they need to think beyond themselves. They need to look around and see if someone else needs help. Because when they go over and help someone, then they also get rewards in their feelings, you know? So I would, you know, ask the or have the children think beyond themselves.
Wow. Oh, so that's an amazing response to this. Such an amazing response. I believe this can help Richard to understand more about this. Patricia, Wendy is having a question. I think you can answer this in just a minute.
Also think
How much is the royalty with a
oneself is
publisher
about empathy with
versus
others.
self-publishing? Also, thinking beyond oneself is about empathy with others. Okay. Wendy is having a question. How much is the royalty with a publisher?
It's breaking up. I'd rather read it there.
Hello, can you hear me now? Can you now hear?
Um, it's a new publisher I'm working with, and I have not um, talked to him in terms. Yeah. So I guess my answer is I don't know.
So I guess we are having more questions from the readers. I guess we are having more questions. Now
Okay.
let's move on. Is there any question from the readers? So author Patricia can answer this. Okay. Are there any plans for a sequel or more stories connected to these characters? I believe you can answer this. Can you read this?
For the no one can see me. I think the question was, is there another sequel?
Or more stories?
Christopher story based on real life story.
Yes.
They're all fiction
Oh, that's nice. They are all fiction. Thank you.
because these are fiction stories.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm not, yeah.
Yes, thank you very much. Thank you.
Now I can tell you very quickly about Christopher. He is a star athlete, and he's ready to go to the pros, and he gets in an automobile accident and his career is over.
Wow.
So now what's he going to do? Is he just going to wallow in depression and not do anything? But instead, when he was at the hospital, he started talking to other children there or teenagers, whatever. And he found that he liked doing that. So he decided to quit the athletic part and start helping other people that are having problems.
Wow, that's really nice. That's incredible. Appreciate Patricia. Appreciate Patricia. Oh, now is there any questions from the readers so we can move on? Any questions? Rick, Michael. Okay, another question. This says, which character in the book do you personally relate to the most and why?
In the right choice right here. Christopher, the main character, the
Yeah.
one that was in the automobile accident,
Wow,
and he had to move into his grandmother's house and leave the high school that he was the star in.
Chris.
So he had to start all over. And he didn't wallow in it. For a while they do, but then they self talk, and he ended up being a good guy.
Wow, that's nice. That's incredible. Thanks for the clarification. Thanks for the
Uh huh.
clarification. Is there any other question, more questions from the readers? If there is no other question, I think I can throw a questions to your availability here. Thank you very much. My question is, what marketing strategy have you implemented ever before? Can you hear me? Hello, Patricia.
Yeah.
I said, what marketing strategy have you implemented ever before now for your book?
Marketing,
I yes.
um,
What marketing strategy have you implemented?
Facebook.
Facebook.
Um, I design different things for holidays, like instead of eating candy at Easter, buy them a book because it would last longer.
Wow.
Things like that.
Wow. What if you found a strategy?
And on different websites.
What if you found a long-term strategy to convert your readers into sales on from your Amazon? Will you be able to implement the strategy, the marketing strategy?
I'm not, my book's on Amazon, but and they start out doing well, but I never get the money from it.
Why?
So I'm looking into some other ideas.
Yes, okay, no problem. If you are going to
I
welcome some,
need the money.
if you are going to welcome
I don't need it, but
if you are going to welcome some ideas, that means
what?
we can share ideas on how to make more money from Amazon and meet up to the standard of best-selling authors. Thank you very much for that. Another question,
I always had
readers.
I had good reviews. Yeah,
Another question here. What lesson?
I had good reviews. So
Okay, this is another question. What lesson about making the right choice do you hope young readers learn from the story? I think Alf is asking some questions on what's the lessons readers can learn from the book The Right Choice.
I think I think the lesson that they find out that he didn't wallow in his grief, that he looked around and found something else to do that gave him more, um, he felt better about himself because he was helping other people. Even though the other kids on his basketball team were kind of picking on him because he was the best star and they wanted to get in the championship, and it was his fault because he got in an accident. And, they were picking on him throughout the book, and he just finally decided, I don't want to hang out with you guys anymore. Everything was negative, and he wanted to do a positive uh, way of life.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Another question here from Hillary. It says, do you have a good read page where one can drop a feedback about the book? And also, do you have a website? Ah, hello, Patricia.
I'm sorry, but you are breaking up and we cannot hear
Hello,
you.
Patricia. I'm here
Exactly.
connected with you. Thank you very much. This is another question from another reader. Do you have a good read page where one can drop a feedback about the book? And also, do you have a website?
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
I said another question a year from another reader. He says, do you have a good read page where one can drop a feedback about the book? And also, do you have a website?
Do I have a good what?
Good read page.
I didn't
Good read page.
get the last part.
It says, do you have a good read page? Or you don't understand? Hello? Hello? Hello, Patricia. Hello, Patricia. Sorry for the disconnection.
Uh, yes, I do have one on Goodreads.
Okay. Can you paste your author page on Goodreads and Amazon? Can you paste it here so readers can check through and comment and leave some feedback if they have interest?
On Amazon, you mean?
Yes, and Goodreads as well.
I also have a website
Okay.
if that is more helpful.
Okay, no problem. You can send them. You can send them so we can share it with the readers.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you very much. So I think there is no other more questions from the readers. So let's ask if you have any recommendation or any acknowledgement about the Wakeelite Book Club?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand
I
that.
say, do you have any acknowledgement for the Wakeelite Book Club for giving you an opportunity to connect with the readers? Do you have any feedback about the Wakeelite Book Club and how excited you are today?
Yes, it's been this has been my first time to do this,
Wow.
and I enjoyed it.
Okay. That means we will be happy to feature you next time. Will you be happy to be
Okay,
featured on another spotlight another day?
okay.
No problem.
Yep, there's two more books in this series.
Okay.
And the first one is about two little kids that run away from a foster home
Wow. So will you?
because they were going to be separated.
Wow.
So
That's nice.
they sneak out of the house, and then they have some adventures along the way,
Wow.
and they find a new mother.
Wow. That's nice. Will you be
Mm,
open to featuring the next book in the series, maybe next week or before the end of March? Yeah, you can still secure a spot for you for another day.
for the first book or the
I mean, the next book in the series. Will you be open to feature?
because the
Will you
one I did today,
another one? Not the right choice. I mean, another book.
this one, the
Yes,
right address,
yes. Will you be happy to feature this next book on another spotlight? Maybe next week.
that would be fine.
Okay, no problem. If you will be happy to secure another spotlight, you can pick a date, your preferable date, so we can secure another spot for another day.
Okay,
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We really
okay.
appreciate your time. Nice meeting you. Nice connecting with you.
Thank
We
you.
would like to connect with you more better than this, and you can recommend the Wakeelite Book Club to other authors within your reach.
Okay.
Yes, thank you very much. We'll be happy about
Thank
it.
you.
Patricia, thank you so much for spending this time with Wakeelite Book Club and sharing the story
Thank you.
behind the right choice. It has been a wonderful and inspiring conversation. To everyone who joined us today for being part of the Spotlight event, please remember to check out the right choice and support the amazing work of Patricia Gable. Patricia,
Well,
before we close this spotlight, we would like to share any final thoughts with our readers. So let this be the end of the conversation, the end of the spotlight. I believe we can meet another day and for more benefits. A nice goodbye to Wendy as well. Thank you for joining this spotlight. Really appreciate your time and we can connect more better than this.
okay.
Yes, can we say goodbye?
Goodbye.